Park and Goo will jump at center for their respective teams. Good crowd on hand. Here we go, and it's going to be controlled by the Patriots. Patriots swinging around the perimeter. Lindsey up top. He'll fire the three. It's short. Air ball out of bounds. And the Patriots will apply some pressure. Saganos will bring it up. Lincoln drops back man to man. Good matchup at the point. As Saganos gets a step on Lindsey, puts it up over Dunn. Rebound loose on the floor, picked up and foul. Swing's going to be against the Warriors as Johnson picked up the loose ball. And that's going to be on Stanley, and that's his first.
Loose ball foul. Stanley just trying to get out there, got an arm out. Could have maybe called that on Dengu as he kind of rolled up the body of Addison Park that time as well.
Swinging around to Johnson, a three. Oh, he picks up right where he left off.
Kaleb Johnson with that sweet stroke, and he just stepped to the left and let her fly.
Johnson averages 11.7 points per game, but he had 27 yesterday. Park guarding Goo out on the high post. Goo puts it up, fighting for his own rebound, and all the soft touch on the putback by Dengu.
Here's Sioux Falls, Washington. You like that aggressiveness that Goo went at the basket with. Last night he's a little tentative inside. There he drew the contact.
Pass tipped away, but Lindsey gets it back. He'll drive. Handoff to Johnson. Over to Krause. Here's a three. Oh, halfway down and it's spun out. The drive by Nelson shut off. And now Hines up top. Swinging around to Goo, one-on-one against Park. Spins over a double team, partially blocked. Cleaning up was Nelson.
Kevin Nelson just going to the basket when he sees his man making a move on the perimeter. In the right spot at the right time.
Man-to-man for the Warriors. Malik Dunn, the free throw line, Jay. No good. Park with the rebound. Foul on the floor. That will be on Dengu, and that is his first. Just underway, 4-3. Washington on top. Find Lindsey on the perimeter, looking inside. Has to go to the corner. No shot there for Kaleb Johnson. Plenty of time on the shot clock as Lincoln resets. Bounce pass to Dunn, lost it through traffic, and it's off of a Warrior out of bounds to Lincoln, 18 on the shot clock.
Tough pass inside. It was a good pass, but once he catches it, three guys around him, even if he does catch that, tough decision.
I don't know if you want to have Dunn putting that on the floor in that spot. If you're Lincoln, here's a three. It's good by Calvin Krause. 6'4" Patriots.
You would say going into this that Lincoln would have the advantage inside.
There's a sweet jump shot from the baseline by Brett Stanley. Boy, he elevates on that shot. Down low, Dunn. Working against Hines, can't make anything happen. Gets it outside, now he gets it right back. Spins, no good. Rebound, Warriors. Nelson pulls it away. Saganos. Weaves, jump step. Oh, that was a nice move by Sam Saganos.
He plays so much older and more mature than a sophomore.
Warriors with the two-point edge. Lindsey looking inside. Nobody at all was posted up, so they'll go outside to Krause. Quickly, Park, a three. 3 buckets in the game for Lincoln, all 3-pointers. And that's dangerous when the 6'8" junior can step outside and knock down a three. Saganos has it taken away by Lindsey. Lobs it up ahead, 2-on-1. Krause Finishes.
I love the no call. The officials let Kraus get the contact and no blocking foul. He took it strong, was able to finish.
11-8 Lincoln. Up top is Nelson. Now Saganos on the left wing. Skip pass. Stanley open, puts it on the floor. The jumper short. Nelson again. Oh, but he won't fall. He tried to clean up that shot. Just fell off the rim. Lincoln on the attack. They'll have her on the perimeter. As Kraus will call out a play. Dunn posting up. Gets it in the left block. Spins over Hines. Off the side of the rim. No good. And Saganos brings it the other way. Good job of boxing out that time by the Warriors.
Great defense by Hines. Just stood his ground straight up, hand in the face.
Dangu in the post. Works on Park. Spin move. No good. Park cleans up the rebound. Jeff Halseth calls out a play, and his point guard signals it out. Lindsay as he brings it up court. Up top, Dunn. Lindsay is open. A three. No good. Rebound fought for. Nelson again. Another rebound for the Warriors. Stanley into the front court. Drives on Johnson. Gets it to Gu. Can't make anything happen there. Nelson not an outside shooter. Looking to pass. Stanley elevates, partially blocked, and he was fouled.
Kaleb Johnson going to be whistled with that. Went up to try to contend that shot. And as you talked about earlier, Stanley, a lot like Steven Schaefer, gets so high on the jump shot that it was tough for Johnson to get out there and get a hand on it.
Stanley on the season, 79% at the free throw line. Misses that one. Couple of subs in for Washington. That's Cole Benson, number 34, Ty Smith, number 30.
Madison leading St. Thomas More 34-31 with 2:47 left in the game.
Madison the only unbeaten in the state. Timeout on the court. You're watching the Class AA Boys Basketball Tournament on SDPB3, South Dakota Public Broadcasting. Get a look at the Lincoln cheering section there. There's the Warrior cheering section. 11-9 Lincoln leads here. 2:34 left, first period. I'm Steve Toom along with Brad DeBeer. This is the Boys AA Basketball Tournament on SDPB3 television. And also around the world at sdpb.org. And thank you for tuning in wherever you may be. Lincoln with the ball.
Sioux Falls Lincoln yet to score inside the three-point line.
Actually, they got 1 2-pointer as it comes out of bounds.
That's right.
That layup by Kraus. Yep. Checking into the game is Caleb Rector, number 23 for the Patriots, as Washington plays it in from right in front of our broadcast location. Smith with the ball, lobs it in low. Benson working against Park, has to bring it back out. Stanley swings it around to Saganos. Smith. Stanley guarded by Rector. Gets free. Missed it. Oh, but what a pretty putback by Cole Benson.
Benson up and under using that backboard again as a rim. Kind of a reverse Mikan, if you will. You practice that drill every day.
Addison Park. The free throw line, Jay. No good. And the rebound pulled down by the Warriors. Saganos, the jumper, got it. That's a 2.
Saganos for 2.
2-point edge, Washington. Minute 15 and counting. Rector handles the ball. Now swinging around to Lindsay. Inside Dunn, wasn't ready for it, but he got it. And he scores.
Malik Dunn doing the job inside. He's been aggressive to the basket so far here in this first quarter.
I don't think he was expecting that pass coming that quickly, but he adjusted well. Got the bucket. Stanley, the fadeaway, no good. Tipped and controlled by Park. Outlet to Lindsay, up the right side of the court. Doesn't have the numbers. Here's Johnson. He's bottled up on the baseline. He dribbled it out of bounds. Turnover Patriots. Been a pretty fast moving quarter.
Wanted to attack that baseline, did Kaleb Johnson, and just got a little too deep. Yeah, this when you only have 3 team fouls, and we went about 4 minutes there without a stoppage. It was just back and forth. Both teams taking care of it.
Yeah, the first game today between Huron and Pierre, I think it took us a half hour to play that first quarter. He had 20 combined fouls in 1 period. And carrying the ball called on Saganos. You know, I've been broadcasting games for a long time. I don't know if I've ever seen a game, a high school basketball game, where you've had both teams in the double bonus at the end of the first quarter.
Yeah, it was incredible. It was almost like the 2 coaches looking at each other once in a while like, what do we do? These guys are just going so hard, and that kind of happens. But both teams kind of corralled their players and got them under control, and from then on, it was a really well-played game.
And it was won by Huron 72-63. So Huron faces Yankton for the consolation championship tomorrow. Pierre and Sturgis play for 7th place. Lincoln on offense. Bounce pass to Rector. Now to Isaiah Roach, who's into the game to give Lindsay a break. Shot clock is off. Kraus drives, puts it up, and there's contact and a foul. This appears to be a blocking foul, and it will be. And that will be on Ty Smith.
That'll be his first personal. That's the 3rd team foul on Sioux Falls, Washington.
Kraus to the line, 80% on the year. He scored 4 points yesterday. Misfires on the free throw.
Carter Keller checks in, the 6'2 sophomore for Sioux Falls, Washington.
.1 seconds left. Kraus 5 points in the game so far. Let me see his stats. Got that one. 1 point for lead for Lincoln as Stanley brings it up court. Ball tipped away from him. Benson got it back. And no shot. We're done with 1 period of play. Lincoln 14, Washington 13. This is the class with the basketball.
In Sioux Falls, 37-32. 27 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Madison with a 5-point lead. 17 seconds left now.
Dangu scores. Nice little baseline jumper. Has those long arms. Again, when he gets that ball up high, really tough to block it. Roach into the front court. Swings it to Johnson. Outside Kraus. 3 on the way. Got it. 9 for Kraus, who had just 4 yesterday. And the edge is 2 for Lincoln at 17-15.
Averages 8 points a game on the season.
Hines can't make anything happen. Stanley, the drive, the jumper, no good. Tipped by Dangu, out of bounds to Lincoln.
Back in for Washington, Ty Smith, as he came out during that quarter break, now checks back in. First dead ball of the quarter.
Credit St. Thomas more. They may lose to Madison, but they played certainly the pace of the game when you look at the score at the moment there at the A tournament.
Yeah, that's not a score that Madison wanted to be involved in, I'm sure.
St. Thomas More led for a good chunk of that game as Kraus fires another 3, and he got it again. Calvin Kraus on fire tonight for the Patriots.
5 threes in the first half for Sioux Falls Lincoln. Now the foul in the full court by Roach.
That's his first foul, 2nd team foul on the Patriots. Dunn's going to check in. He'll give Park a break. Johnson's going to check out, and Lindsay back in for Lincoln. Lincoln will apply some pressure.
Sioux Falls Lincoln 5 of 9 from the 3-point line here in the first half.
Pressure backs off as Saganos brings it up. Stanley looks over the defense. There's the switch. Rector picks him up again. Saganos swings it around to Hines. Wants to pass inside, has to go outside to Stanley. 7 on the shot clock. Stanley will drive, elevates, missed it. Tipped by Gu, it goes along the baseline and Richter saves it. Almost threw it away, did Rector, but it's picked up by Lindsay as Roach will shift over to the off guard position. Rector guarded by Stanley, downloaded Dunn. Kraus has had the hot hand. See if they can find him. Dunn, the long jumper, no good, and Rector fights for the rebound, but it's tipped away to Saganos. Up ahead, Stanley on the run. Off balance, block, foul. 2 free throws coming up.
Stanley with the attack to the basket, and the foul going to be called on number 43, Isaiah Roach. He'll pick up his second personal. But Brett Stanley, the minute he caught that on the left sideline, you could just see he was going to try to get himself to the rim, and if not, be able to get an easy lay-in, get to the free throw line where he's very good.
Stanley good on the free throw, 4 points. Benson in. So is Keller. Yeah, Smith goes to the bench along with Deng Gu. 5:46 left. And a well-played game so far as Stanley will get that free throw to fall. 5 points now. The lead is 3 for the Patriots. Good ball movement. Fake there by Cameron Burgard, number 33, who's into the game. Lindsay, quick pass outside Burgard. The jumper, too strong. Rebound corralled in the corner by Kaleb Rector. And he double dribbled. Turnover, Patriots.
It's great ball movement by Sioux Falls Lincoln, though. I mean, they go inside, high post, kick it right back out, swing it baseline, and they're able to keep Sioux Falls Washington moving. They've had some good looks. That gives you backside rebounding opportunities.
Stanley with the ball. Keller, nothing for him there. Hines in the post. Looking to pass. I think he traveled, and he did. He was looking, I think, for that backdoor cutter along the baseline, but just wanted to pass it, then changed his mind and made him move the pivot foot.
Sioux Falls Lincoln's just playing like a confident team, both ends of the floor right now. You wouldn't think that they were a 12-12 team if you just turned the TV on and started watching this game.
Good ball movement. Oh, but Kraus let it slip through his fingers, gathers it near midcourt. Lincoln was the preseason #1. They lost a lot of close games, and they did struggle at times as Burgard fires a 3. It's no good. Ball tipped out of bounds, and it will go to the Patriots. Timeout on the court. 20-17, Lincoln on top of Washington. This is the Class AA Boys Basketball Tournament on SDPB3, South Dakota Public Broadcasting. Welcome back to the Rushmore Plaza Civic Center in Rapid City. Lincoln leads Washington. 4:34 left to go, second quarter. 20-17 our score.
Madison advances to the state championship in Class A. They defeat St. Thomas More.
There's Johnson with the short jumper. And Lincoln extends the lead to 5. Madison still unbeaten on the season.
40-32 the final.
Saganos knocks down a three-pointer.
Sam has 7, and the sophomore is leading the Warriors right now.
Johnson in the front court for the Patriots. Lindsay down the lane. Leaves it off. A lot of contact in the paint. 2 free throws coming up.
Beautiful wraparound pass by Lindsay.
And Dengu picks up his second personal foul. Late in the third quarter, James Valley Christian leading Potter County 70-55. That's at the B tournament in Aberdeen. Halfway down and bounced out for Addison Park. 52% on the season. 6'8" and a junior. Got that one, give him 4 points. It's a 3-point Patriot lead. Down low, Hines off the window, got it. Austin Hines. And the lead is just 1 for Lincoln. Bullet pass down low, a nice finish by Kaleb Johnson. Boy, Lincoln just whipping the ball around the perimeter.
They know exactly what they want to do with the basketball right now. They've scouted Washington so much.
Blocked and off of Saganos, out of bounds to the Patriots. 3:24 left. You get a look at the Washington bench there a moment ago.
So much attention paid to Addison Park that a guy like Kaleb Johnson's able to come in and draw a little bit, maybe weaker of defender, and able to get himself to the basket.
Washington staying man-to-man. Here's Krause open for three. No good. Rebound, Park fights for it. And it won't fall. Rebound, jump ball. Possession arrow, Patriots.
Interesting matchup with Brett Stanley guarding Kaleb Johnson now. And not that Stanley's a weak defender by any means, but when he's your leading scorer and now he's got to guard the other team's hot hand, that puts a lot of pressure on him. It doesn't give him a lot of time to rest. So we'll see if that wears on him as this game goes on the offensive end.
Nickel Myers, who just checked into the game, puts it in play. Down low, Dunn spins, in traffic, won't fall. Fighting for it is Goo. He gets the rebound for the Warriors. Stanley with the ball. Spins, down underneath. Hines off his hands, out of bounds. Turnover, Warriors.
So many of these guys that we've seen in the tournaments, for all 8 teams, it seems like these 6'2", 6'3" guys that play way bigger than that. I mean, Nickel Myers is a great example. He comes in, high flyer, he goes to the boards, plays like he's about 6'8".
Myers handles, now to Dunn. Johnson to the baseline, puts it up, might have been blocked. There's Myers with the rebound, no good. Finally, Hines pulls it away for Washington. Stanley, down low. Oh, nice pass. Hines can't finish, but he was fouled.
Good job by Cole Benson. Attack the rim, get double teamed, find the open man. Hines dive into the basket.
The foul will be on Kaleb. No, it'll be on Malik Dunn. Malik Dunn his first. Austin Hines to the line. 68% on the year. Ty Smith in. He'll replace Carter Keller for Washington.
Hines 9 points, 9 rebounds last night in their win.
Now, Hines was strong on the glass last night, but he missed that free throw, and the rebound comes down to Lincoln. Coming up on the 2-minute mark here, first half, it's been a good one between the Warriors and the Patriots. Tate Lindsay calling out a play. Dunn at the free throw line, puts it on the floor, and he'll drive and draw foul. Good
recognition by Tate Lindsay to get his team into their zone offense. He saw that Washington drop back into a 2-3. Dunn's gonna get 2, sorry.
Yeah, Austin Hines picks up his foul. First one. Dunn at the line for a pair. Nope, that one won't fall as Dengu will replace Hines in the Warrior lineup.
And our DAC stats were a little behind earlier in that Class B game. James Valley Christian has won 72-55. The board just didn't update to the final. It still said third, and it was actually game over.
This is that one. And the rebound down to Washington. So James Valley Christian moving to the championship game. Potter County will play for third at the B. Benson posts up, and he scores. Nice move, Cole Benson.
Yeah, Benson, 6'5", junior, long, lanky kid, and was able to go up over the top of the defender.
His sister Ellie Benson won the title last week as Washington claimed the girls' championship. A couple of subs in. Krause in for the Patriots, replacing Dunn. Hines in, replacing Goo for the Warriors. Minute 23 left. Tie ball game. .25 on the shot clock. Outside, Lindsay fires a 3 short. Myers fights for the rebound. Has to kick it outside. Park. Johnson, the super long 3, no good. Rebounding foul against Lincoln.
Kelvin Krause over the top.
First foul on Krause. I'll tell you what, Johnson, that would have been an NBA range 3. He was a couple of couple of big steps beyond that outside arc, which is the college arc.
Well, then the defender flying out at him, he had to almost adjust it too, so he didn't have a smooth look at it.
Saganos gets away from Lindsay. Fires the jumper, no good, and Myers the rebound. Up ahead, here's Johnson, bounce pass in the paint. Off the hands of a Warrior, out of bounds. It'll stay with Lincoln, 29 on the shot clock. Myers to trigger. Johnson outside, Park, a three-pointer, no good. Rebound, Krause. And it's tapped away, but picked up by Lincoln. Krause over to Johnson for three. In and out. Rebound, Myers up high. His shot is blocked, but Lindsay collects it on the perimeter. Shot clock is off. Johnson drives, scores.
Kaleb Johnson, great body control. He's got 9.
See if Warriors play for the last shot. Well, they go right inside, and Austin Hines will draw some free throws with 6.9 seconds left.
Hines 1 of 2 on the night at the free throw line. He's got 3 points.
Addison Park draws that foul. 16 foul on Lincoln, but it was in the act of shooting, so Austin Hines will get 2 free throws. He's got 4 points. Nelson in, Stanley out for the Warriors. Another sub coming to the scores table. That's Carter Keller, and he will check into the game. As we are tied up again, Saganos will go to the bench. 6.9 seconds for the Patriots to get off the final shot. They'll roll it ahead, picked up by Lindsay. Works down the left side of the lane, layup, good! His first bucket of the game, and we are at halftime. That will not count.
Where both teams, until they have to go full court, are going to do what worked for them in the first half.
Washington with the ball as we start the second half. Both teams have been pretty much playing man-to-man defense here. Stanley, the free throw line jumper, got it. That's what the Warriors need to get that man going. And yeah, like Steven Schaefer, he just elevates on that jump shot.
You'll see Steven Schaefer in our next game, and those two guys are the 2 best pure jump shooters in this tournament.
Down low, outside. Good ball movement by the Patriots as Park puts it up and in. Addison Park with 6. And the lead is 2 once again for the Patriots. They're in between games at the A and the B tournament. We welcome those of you who have been channel surfing between the various tournaments. I'm Steve Toom along with Brad DeBeer. Had some good action here today so far at the AA in Rapid City. Nelson along the baseline, up top, Stanley, nice little fake. Can't make a shot happen, but Saganos, he's got 10. And the Warriors reclaim the lead.
Saganos, an 8-point-a-game scorer, but man, he's put this team on his back here early.
Dunn is fouled as he put up a shot while driving across the lane. Foul on the Warriors, and that will be on Saganos. That is just his first. Malik Dunn to the line, 0 of 2 tonight. But he gets that one to go. We are tied. Missed that one. Dengu tracks it down. Dunn held to 6 points yesterday. Had some foul trouble too. Fouled out of the game if I remember correctly.
Sioux Falls, Washington, I think they're going to have to figure out a way to get Dengu involved in the offense. If not at half court, at least run outs.
Well, that helps if you're a Washington fan. Another three-pointer by Saganos. And the Warriors are up by 3. Maybe those outside shots that the Warriors are making now will open things up for Hines and Gu in the paint. Here's Johnson, a 3. A dozen for Kaleb Johnson.
Anything you can do, I can do better right now between some of these guys.
Saganos leaves it off for Stanley, but it's taken away by Johnson. Up ahead, Park has a chance. Goo is there. Oh, what a block, what a foul. Oh, my. Oh, you see the Washington fans. Oh, my. That was a big league block by Dangu, but unfortunately commits the foul in the process.
His head was about rim height right there.
My goodness,
incredible.
That man, he can sky. Park has 7 points. Benson in. Dangu's got to check out with 3 fouls.
You could see that Addison Park knew there was somebody coming. I thought maybe he would check the rearview mirror and then let him fly by and go underneath them, but he tried to go up and attack the rim, gets to the free throw line, now he knocks them both down.
8 points for Addison Park. The lead is 2 for the Patriots. And here's a tap pass, but it's picked up by Stanley. Numbers for the Warriors. Oh, but they get back on defense to the Patriots. Nelson drives, spins, feeds it off to Saganos. Saganos through 3 defenders, can't get it to fall. It's loose, tapped. They're heading our way, look out. Saved in bounds for the Warriors. Blocked, foul.
Elbow to elbow out there again. Stanley will go to the free throw line.
Malik Dunn, his 2nd foul. Addison Park hit the deck really hard on his shoulder and his elbow. He's trying to get some feeling back into him. Referee's checking on him here. He wants to stay into the game, stay in the game.
Levi Pearson doing a good job of just making sure that he's all right, so that he won't have to have a trainer take a look at him. And Park says, yeah, I'm good. I just felt rolled over funny on my shoulder. About rolled right into us.
8 points now for Brett Stanley. Dangu comes to the scorer's table. Can't get it to fall. Krause with the rebound. Krause with the ball to Dunn. Swing it around to Lindsay. Johnson can't get the shot, but there's the open shooter. No good on the 3. That was Park, tipped out. Save by Johnson. Dunn puts it on the floor, gets it right back. One-on-one, no good.
Johnson rushed to save that, and I don't think he would have had to. I think he could have came and got it on the other side. It was on a rebound tip out, so it would have been a loose ball.
Malik Dunn to the line. He's 1 of 4 tonight.
Going to get 2 more, 37-36. Sioux Falls Lincoln try to extend that lead.
4 points now for Dunn. Dangu will replace Austin Hines for the Warriors.
Black Geddes and Ethan are just going through starting lineups, ready to tip things off up in Aberdeen in the final semifinal matchup in the Class B tournament.
(39-36). Lincoln on top of Washington. Backdoor cut. Stanley counted in the foul.
Brett Stanley said, I'm not going to be as quiet in the second half as I was in the first half offensively. Addison Park picks up the foul, his 2nd. And to the free throw line goes the leading scorer coming into this tournament, Brett Stanley. Check that, Schaefer averaging 23 was the leading scorer.
Stanley at the line. Missed his last one. Missed that one. Ball tapped out of bounds. Timeout on the court. You're watching the Class AA Boys Basketball Tournament on SDPB3, South Dakota Public Broadcasting. Welcome back to Rapid City in the Rushmore Plaza Civic Center in the Class AA Boys Basketball Tournament. Great game so far. 4:32 left. 3rd quarter. Lincoln up by 1, 39-38. I'm Steve Toom along with Brand DeBeer. Lincoln with the ball after the timeout. Washington drops back man to man. Check that, they're going to switch up to a 2-3 zone. It gave the look of man-to-man as Lindsay fires and connects on a 3 from the corner. Quickly, here come the Warriors. Smith partially blocked, but he was fouled. 2 free throws coming up for the Warriors. Krause, his second foul. 13 foul.
Kelvin been quiet this half. He had 12 in that first quarter, actually. And then we haven't heard from him since.
Free throw up and in by Ty Smith. Kaleb Rector into the game. He'll replace Krause.
Smith with his first point of the game.
He averages 3 per game, 2 boards coming off the bench for the Warriors. Got them both.
Just a sophomore, 6'3". Boy, him and Sagano's going to be a good little youth to build around coming up here for Sioux Falls, Washington.
The Warriors also will bring Dengu back next year as well. They'll have a pretty good core of players as Lindsay fires another 3. That one's no good, and Hines with the rebound and a foul on the Patriots on the rebound.
Great block out. Ty Smith put his body right into Kaleb Rector, and Rector climbed up over the top, called the push in the back.
Caleb Johnson, also a junior, along with Malik Dunn, or I'm sorry, that's for the Patriots. For the Warriors, their underclassmen include Saganos and Dengu.
Cole Benson, who just came out as well.
Carter Keller. Pretty good core coming back. So do the Patriots. They've got a lot of good underclassmen as well.
Good group of juniors in this tournament.
Saganos will now handle. Lincoln bringing out the defense a little bit. They'll lob it to Dengu. Puts it up off balance. No good. Rebounding foul. Well, maybe on the Patriots. And it is. Malik Dunn got his 3rd. Austin Hines slipped in and got position. Krause in, Dunn out. A little bit of a smaller lineup out there now for the Patriots. Well, Krause still goes at 6'5". He'll guard Dengu. Man-to-man for the Patriots. Rector now to Dengu. Rector guarding Stanley. Dengu into a double team, and it won't go. And the rebound by Johnson.
Gu having a tough time getting established in the paint. He keeps getting pushed out 4 or 5 feet from the lane. That makes it a tougher shot for him.
Johnson got it going in the second half yesterday. But off to a pretty good start. He has 1 3-pointer in this half. Here's the jumper, no good. And the rebound loose. And it's picked up by the Warriors. Saganos behind the back. Feeds off to Stanley. Skip pass over to Smith. Blocked, foul.
Good quick move. Ty Smith took it right at Addison Park.
And Addison Park just got foul number 3. So the 2 big men for the Patriots, both with 3 fouls. 2:37 left, 3rd quarter. No good for Smith. Coming to the scores table is Nickel Myers. He'll replace Addison Park. Cole Benson running to the scores table for the Warriors, and he'll replace Dengu. Didn't have a whole lot of fouls in the first half. A few more here in the second half. 16 fouls on the Patriots. Smith has 3 points, all from the free throw line tonight. Lead is 1 for the Patriots. Rector looks for the screen. Now gives way to Lindsay. Man-to-man for the Warriors. The spin by Krause and the fadeaway, it's short, and Smith clears the rebound. Stanley has to give it up. Now down low, pass, out of bounds. touched last by the Patriots. They tried the entry pass to Hines. It was well scouted out by the Patriots, but unfortunately they couldn't control it after they tapped it away. Saganos to trigger. Stanley, no shot for him right away. Lindsay switches off on him. Stanley trying to post up against the shorter player, Lindsay. Now they lob it to him. Here comes Kraus with the help. Bounce pass off the leg of Myers, out of bounds. And it's going to be off of Myers. It'll stay with the Warriors with just 4 seconds on the shot clock. Good defense by the Patriots on this possession.
Nickel Myers doing a good job using his body to shield Sioux Falls Washington's player from coming in and tapping that out.
Warriors are going to have to operate quickly. Get it into Dengu, down the lane, off balance, missed it. Kraus clears the rebound. Kraus thought about that three. Johnson has been quiet here in the second half. Kraus, no good. His stick back, good. 14 for Kraus, his first points of the second half.
Great job by Kraus to stay with that, though. He could see that he missed the first one and went right back up with it.
Saganos, another three. 16 for Saganos.
His last 4 field goals have been 3-pointers.
And we're tied at 44, under a minute to go. Kraus being guarded by Hines, and there's a tip and a steal. Saganos chased by Lindsay. Oh my gosh, both crash hard to the deck. They're okay. Free throws coming up for Washington.
Again, we talked about this earlier, but Sam Saganos plays nothing like a sophomore. If you didn't have a program, you would think he's a senior, the way he leads this team and controls things. Even though Brett Stanley's their leading scorer, tonight it's been Sam Saganos just running everything that they want to run.
Saganos, point number 17. First foul on Tate Lindsay, by the way. Benson in, Gu out for the Warriors.
Good sub there as Gu has the 3 fouls, so get him out on a defensive possession here.
Saganos with 18 points. Stanley has been covered up pretty well by the Patriot defense tonight. Saganos has stepped up. Here's Johnson, no good, and Saganos the rebound. Tipped away, stolen, but pulled away by the Warriors. Rector threw it towards the baseline. His teammate wasn't there. Smith up court quickly, and now Saganos will back it out. Warriors will play for the last shot. Warriors 2 at the moment. 10 seconds. Here's the high screen. Tipped away. Smith partially blocked. Foul.
Momentum of Kaleb Johnson coming out to close out on that. Carried him right into Smith, and he took him out as he was trying to land from the shot. They say it's 2.
Yep, his foot was on the line. Yep, foot was on the line for that outside shot. 2 free throws coming up. Smith, 3 of 4 tonight. Can't get that one to fall. There you see his stats on the air for the reserve forward. And it won't fall. And we're done with 3 quarters of play. Washington leads Lincoln 46-44.
Championship.
Kraus leading the way with the Patriots with 14 points. He handles the ball there. 18 for Saganos, the top man for the Warriors. Both of the big men for the Patriots have 3 fouls each. That's one of them done. Outside to Lindsay, a 3. 8 points for Tate Lindsay. Quickly Smith, might have been blocked, tipped once, twice, 3, 4 times, out of bounds. It'll go to the Warriors.
They're gonna say it hit the floor before Ty Smith went to save it. Last touch by Lincoln.
Almost a fresh shot clock, 33 seconds as Gu gets the inbounds pass. Stanley, block, foul. And Addison Park just got foul number 4. 7:23 left, fourth quarter. Stanley now with 11.
This is always decision time for a coach when you've got a guy like Addison Park. 4 fouls, 7 minutes left in the game. Do you let him go because the game's so important, or do you give him 2 or 3 minutes, see if you can survive, and then bring him back for the last 4.5 strong?
Well, Kaleb Rector is going to get to the scorer's table, but here's Lindsay. Misfires on the 3, and Stanley up high. He lost the ball, saved by Johnson. They'll swing it around to Kraus, now Dunn. Patriots will reset. 1 minute here into this fourth period of play. Lindsay outside to Park. Off balance, in and out. Dingu with the rebound.
That would have been incredible if that shot would have went down. Park was facing almost a completely opposite direction of the basket.
They're posting up Dingu against Park, trying to find him, but not that time.
Sioux Falls, Washington knows that Addison Park has 4 fouls as well. They sit in the zone to try to protect him a little bit.
Yep, he'll anchor that zone, Will Park. Gu along the baseline. Missed it. Kraus the rebound. Outlet to Lindsay. Patriots on the run. Try to get it inside. They get it outside, and Park traveled.
Little too much of a hurry that time. Great entry pass, though. Tate Lindsay with the little spin bounce pass into Malik Dunn on the low block. That was about the only way he could get it inside to him, but they come up with nothing.
Rector in, Park out for the Patriots. Stanley on the perimeter. They'll find him. No shot for him there. Rector tried to get the steal. Gu with the jumper. It's short. Rebound tip to Kraus. Patriots on the run. Kraus outside to Lindsay. Warriors got back. Dunn working against Hines. Down the lane. Rector finishes. First points of the night for Kaleb Rector.
That's great recognition by both Rector and Kraus to know exactly the situation.
2-3 zone here for the Patriots. Dunn will anchor in the middle. Inside Gu, and he finishes.
That's where he's so good. In space, in the paint.
He has good quickness, does Dingu. A nice soft touch. Lindsay on the drive, outside, and he's out of bounds.
Stepped on the line.
Length of the court to go. St. Lindsay going to tie his shoe here. And the Warriors put it in play. Two tied up here. Gu in the high post, looking backdoor. Stanley not open, so Gu has it tapped away. Picked up by Dunn. Kraus. Now Lindsay will settle it down. Signals play number 1. Kraus trying to post up. Dunn steps outside. Bounce pass. Outside, here's Johnson for 3. It's short. Rebound outside to Johnson. Another jumper, and this one's short. Smith with the rebound.
Here comes Stanley.
On the run. Works against Dunn. Smith, a 3. Short. Rebound, Hines, he finishes. Austin Hines cleans it up. And the Warriors up by 2. Under 4 minutes to go.
Austin Hines averages 7 a game. He's got 7 right now. Just doing what he does best, cleaning up garbage in the paint.
Lindsay lobs it inside. Dunn, too far underneath. Kraus feeds down low. Rector, he missed it. Ball loose. And it's going to be out of bounds. Jones to Lincoln. Timeout on the court. You're watching the Class AA Boys Basketball Tournament on SDPB3 South Dakota Public Broadcasting. You get a look at the Washington cheering section. Heading into crunch time. 3:36 left. 51-49 Warriors on top of the Patriots. Johnson outside to Lindsay, back to Johnson. Park back in the game, spins, up and under, can't finish. And oh, did Park just foul out of the game? I think he did. Addison Park has just fouled out of the game. He finishes the night with 8 points as he couldn't get that shot to fall right at the rim. Obviously very emotional.
Tate Lindsay, though, the junior over there to console him, so to speak. But hey, 51-49, Malik Dunn, the other big guy, still in there. And you know what? Lincoln has really made their living on the perimeter tonight. They haven't really been able to get loose inside like you'd think they would want to. So they're still in this game for sure.
Smith back at the line. He's missed his last 2. This is another one.
10-3 in team fouls right now. Sioux Falls Lincoln with 10 team fouls, and Washington with just 3.
Free throw up and in, 4 points now for Ty Smith. It's a 3-point Warrior lead. 3:20 and counting. Down low, Dunn works against Hines, and he missed it. Rebound pulled down by Hines in traffic. Outlet to Saganos.
Kid just works. Austin Hines last night, same way. Does all the little things he doesn't stand out in the stats, but at the end of the night, there he is with 9 and 9 or 7 and 7, just doing the job.
A lot of box out, a lot of tough work defensively on the night for Austin Hines. Stanley missed it. Krause up high for the rebound. Lindsay wants to call timeout. Timeout Patriots with 2:37 left. They're down by 3. Let's get a peek at the other tournaments.
As we look at the Class B tournament going on in Aberdeen with 5:05 to play in the second quarter. Platte Geddes leading Ethan 19-9. And we head over to the Class A tournament. That, of course, being played at the Sioux Falls Arena with T-Area and Sisseton. I'm unable to bring up stats in that one right now.
Neither can I, so a little technical glitch there. We'll keep you up to date as best we can on the night. Boy, it's just tough to think of Platte Geddes at Class B because Platte, and later when they combine with Geddes, you know, just an institution at the Class A level. But they've dropped down to Class B this year, and they're trying to get into the championship game.
Frank Cutler, head coach, been through many of those battles, and by the way, congratulations to him. Just inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame, or will be, in South Dakota.
He's an outstanding amateur baseball player, as we have a foul on the Warriors. And that will be on Dangagu, and that is his 4th. Frank Cutler, class act all the way. Head coach for Platte Geddes, veteran coach. One of those guys who's been there, done that. Done. And he is fouled.
Sisseton taking it to T right now with 1:01 to play in the second quarter, 22-8. So the Redmen, the 6th seed, starting to try to find their way into that state championship game.
Austin Hines got his 3rd foul, and T, they've been the Cinderella story throughout the postseason. But I'll remind people, as Dunn misses that free throw, that T-Area was down to Canton in the regions 21-7 after a quarter and came back and won that game. Don't count out the Titans.
It's kind of been their mantra, if you will, this year, to come from behind.
Dunn, 6 points on the night. The lead is 2 for Washington. 2:20 and counting. Saganos into the lane, the jumper, in and out. And a rebounding foul on Washington.
I think that's Goo.
And it is. And he just fouled out of the game. He'll end the night with 6 points. So Park has fouled out for the Patriots. Dane Goo just fouls out now for Washington. 2:10 left. That's only the 16th foul on Washington. Things getting interesting here at the Civic Center in Rapid City. Smith's going to replace Dane Goo in the Warrior lineup. Not a shooting situation yet. It will be from this moment on. So the Patriots will bring it up court. Approaching the 2-minute mark. Johnson guarded by Stanley. Good matchup there. Dunn trying to post up. Rector will give way to Lindsay. Krause. Will he put it up? He will, and he's fouled. And that one will be on Cole Benson, just his first. 2 free throws coming up for the Patriots. Strauss on the night, 1 of 2 at the line. And misses that one.
As the old saying goes, if you don't think the little things are important, like free throws, remember the last game you lost by 1 or 2 points.
Got that one. Well, my dad always used to say, free throws, free throws, free throws. A game is won or lost at the free throw line if it's a close one. Timeout called by Washington. 1:37 left. 52-51. Washington on top. Don't forget, coming up later on tonight, it's Rapid City Stevens taking on Sioux Falls Roosevelt in our other semifinal game. And don't forget, if you want to purchase a DVD copy of your favorite team from the tournament, call 1-800-456-0766. $19.95 for a DVD set of the tournament, plus $5 in shipping and handling. And if you're a member of the Friends of South Dakota Public Broadcasting, shipping and handling is free. 1-800-456-0766. Or you can go online to sdpb.org.
Again, Black Getty's up 10 with 3:01 to play in the second quarter on Ethan, 26-16. And Sisseton and T have gone to halftime. We'll get a score update for you in a moment.
Washington will play it at side court, 25 on the shot clock. Smith will put it in play. Looks for Saganos and finds him. Stanley guarded by Rector. Man-to-man for the Patriots. Looking for a screen, gets it. Krause switches out. Gets around Rector. Lost the handle, stolen by Lindsay. 2-on-1. Lindsay, Johnson, back to Lindsay. Can't get it, but he'll get some free throws.
Tate Lindsay and Kaleb Johnson running the floor, running the break, just like you should in a 2-on-1. The bounce pass, the pass right back to the giver, and then see what happens at the rim.
Second foul on Ty Smith. 18th foul, but this was in the act of shooting. We are tied.
Tate Lindsay with 9 in the game, a chance to go to double digits with 10.
79% on the season is Lindsay at the free throw line. Lincoln by 1. 1:20 and counting. Smith looks to the corner for Benson. Stanley can't get the shot there. Plenty of time on the shot clock. Washington being patient. Now Saganos. Smith looking for Stanley. He'll be guarded by Dunn. Block! Shot clock still hasn't gone off yet. Good awareness by Smith to put up a shot. He missed it. Had to put it up because the ball never got to the rim. And a timeout. We have a timeout called by the Patriots.
Now Craig Nelson says he'll take one if they'll let him have it.
Is that an inadvertent whistle or not?
Yeah, well,
no, they're gonna call timeout, charge to the Patriots.
So he does decide to take one.
This will be a full timeout with 34 seconds on the clock. Lincoln by 1. What a game this has been so far.
Levi Pearson, the far official that time, was straight across from Coach Halstead, the Sioux Falls Lincoln, and he held his hand out as to call a play. And I think Levi Pearson thought he was calling for timeout, granted the timeout, and then he said, no, I just want to play one. So then they talked about it, he said, I'll take it anyway.
Actually not a bad timeout if you're Lincoln to call at this particular point. Maybe set up a play. You got 25 on the shot clock. Now, if you're Washington, you don't have to foul right away. There's 9 seconds difference between the shot clock and the game clock. If you're Washington, if you play tough defense, you know, force a shot, maybe get a steal, get a rebound, you got a chance to come down to court and win the game.
And you don't want to foul on a shot, obviously, but you want to force them to take it too. You can't give up a wide open 3 because then it's 2 possessions all of a sudden. Make them work the clock, they take a 2, you still have a chance in a 1-possession game that way, if they would happen to score a 2.
Who does Lincoln call on? Will they try to go down low to Dunn?
Boy, I almost had to put the ball in Lindsey's hand and let him create to find a shot. He's been able to do that, just about to foul. And the takeaway!
Stanley all alone. And the Warriors are ahead. And they'll apply some pressure as Lindsey gets the inbounds pass. Shot clock is off. Here we go. Lindsey nearly lost the handle. They're trying to find Krause. Here's Dunn. Johnson, the drive. Down low, blocked, foul. Stanley picks up his second. He thought he got all ball. And now, with his team down by 1, Kaleb Johnson goes to the free throw line, but first a timeout called by the Washington Warriors.
30-second timeout. So a quick one here, both teams with timeouts to use. Obviously, 5.9, they're each gonna probably take another one before this thing's ready.
What a game this has been.
We've been spoiled a little bit this weekend.
We certainly have. Had a couple of good games this afternoon. Of course, we started off with an overtime thriller yesterday when Lincoln beat Huron. Finished up last night with a good game with Roosevelt beating Yankton. Today we had Huron over Pierre, Yankton over Sturgis in our consolation play. And here in our first semifinal game, can't be any closer than what we've got right now. Kaleb Johnson to the line, first time tonight, 74% on the season. He'll get 2. Missed it.
Well, and now for Sioux Falls, Washington.
Time. Now, Washington gets a timeout. Nope, they're going to credit Lincoln with that timeout. Washington wanted a timeout before the second free throw attempt. They didn't get it.
Well, and again, the state sends something out at the beginning of every year, and they remind you of this. Just because you're hollering and calling timeout does not mean you're going to be granted one. The officials have to hear you. And in a situation like this, they're administering the free throw. It's loud in here, and it's away from that bench.
Exactly. That was the point, is that the free throw happened at the end of the court on the far side of the court from the Washington bench. Coach Nelson was calling out for a timeout, and the official afterwards said, I couldn't hear you, and the ball was already in the hand of the free throw shooter. And when that happens, the opposing team can't call timeout.
And I know all the coaches watching right now are saying, well, they should have been looking over, expecting it, but you don't. That's not your objective. You're watching as an official what's going on at the free throw at the time.
Tie ball game, 5.9 seconds length. Length of the floor to go for the Warriors. And Lincoln's going to press them. I'm surprised they're not dropping somebody back deep. Well, they're going to drop Johnson back a few steps. See if they go with the breakout play. Here's Stanley up the court to the right side. The jumper, no good. We've got overtime.
Boy, that's the shot Washington wanted. Ball in the hands of their leader.
It's actually the concert next weekend. We'll have the presentation of that on TV on April 19th.
Sisseton leading 23-8 at halftime in that Class A semifinal.
Wow, good defense by Sisseton. As we get underway in overtime, Lindsay controls for the Patriots as they win the tip. He was open for a moment. Dunn posting up. Inside to Krause. Here's Dunn. In the corner, it's tipped away and stolen. But it's loose on the floor. Dunn saves it to Rector, and he's fouled at half court. So 1-1. Foul on Benson. That's his second. Oh, that is the 10th team foul.
Yep.
So now it's the double bonus for both teams the rest of the way. Kaleb Rector at the line, 42% on the year. Free throws hurting Lincoln here down the stretch.
Sioux Falls Lincoln at the free throw line, 12 of 20. They get 12 of 22 actually with those two.
Two big misses there. So we are in overtime. Here's Stanley. Can't get anything down the lane. Now gets it back. Guarded by Rector in the paint. The jump step. Lays it off to Hines, who gets the bucket. 9 points for Hines.
Austin Hines hasn't been out of the game very much this tonight, and he is just in the right spot time after time.
Minute into overtime, Washington by 2. Krause spins, puts it up, no good, foul. 2 free throws coming up, and for Cole Benson, that is foul number 3.
You see it on the scoreboard, 56-54, 2:52 to play. We're in overtime. If you're just joining us, thanks for having us on.
And Lincoln continues to hurt themselves at the free throw line. They've missed as a team 3 in a row in overtime. But they get that one.
13 of 24 at the line tonight for the Patriots.
They're down by 1 as they drop back into a man-to-man defense. Rector guarding Stanley. Finds Saganos. Here's a drive. No good. Stanley the rebound. Spins, fades away. No good. Rector is fouled on the rebound by Stanley. And that's the 3rd foul on Stanley, and that'll send Kaleb Rector back to the free throw line.
Brett Stanley was just so intent on getting that ball to the basket. He never really got squared up, kind of shot on the turn, and he left it short because of it. Now Rector back to the free throw line, went over to his last trip there.
That time, Kaleb Rector knocks it down.
Looked comfortable in that free throw.
We are tied once again. Much better form by Kaleb Rector on those two. And it's the Patriots by 1. A lot of time left in this overtime period. Saganos, bounce pass. Outside now to Hines. Stanley has Rector guarding him. Won't fire the 3 to Hines. Overdone. No good. Krause with the rebound.
You got to keep in mind, Lincoln has been able to hang in this game and get this to overtime without Addison Park for the last 5 minutes of the regulation.
Don't forget Dane Gu on the bench, and he's fouled out for the Warriors. Looking for Dunn inside. Here's the drive. Now they leave it off for Dunn. Spins. Outside, Lindsay. And he'll be fouled on the jump shot. I think it's Sam Saganos who got that foul. That's only his second. But 2 more free throws coming up. And Craig Nelson wants a timeout. Warriors take the break here in overtime. minute 39 left.
You know, Saganos picked up that foul, his second, but I tell you what, that's a kid that we haven't heard from in a little while is Sam Saganos. And I think over this last minute and a half, he needs to have the ball in his hands again. They've kind of put it in Stanley's hands and let him just go to work. When they were having some success earlier, it was Sam Saganos creating and finding people if he didn't have a look at the basket.
Sam Saganos scored 11 points in the third quarter. He hasn't scored since. And really, he's kind of disappeared. He was just tearing it up through the first 3 quarters. He's still the top scorer. Stanley with 13 at the moment. And it is 16 for Kraus. Check that, 17 for Kraus leading the way for the Patriots. And Kaleb Johnson at 13 at the moment. 57-56. So they have Kraus down for 16 points.
Sioux Falls, Washington, 19 of 46 on the night, shooting for 41%. Lincoln, 17 of 49 for 34%. But 15 of 26 at the free throw line are the Patriots. 14 of 23 are the Warriors.
Lindsay good on the free throw, give him 11. Boy, he's played a great game tonight. And I think he's played the entire second half. Normally Isaiah Roach comes in to sub for him. We haven't seen him at all.
No, long and strong at this time of the game.
12 for Tate Lindsay. The lead is 3 for the Patriots.
Saganos has been the hot hand from 3. They go to Stanley inside.
No, but he'll get some free throws. That was so close. Kraus picks up his 3rd foul. Stanley to the line, missed his last one. .79% on the year.
Brett Stanley looks a little leg tired right now. He's kind of fallen out of his free throw. A lot of time that's a guy that's just not in it with his legs.
Got that one, give him 14. Lead is 2. Still a lot of time left. As Kraus brings it across the timeline. Now they find Lindsay. Kraus is posting up. Lindsay the jumper, got it, it's a 3! Tate Lindsay coming up big in overtime for the Patriots. Now let's see what Stanley can do. Drives on Rector, it's blocked to the corner, saved by the Warriors. Timeout called by the Washington Warriors. 55 seconds left. 62-57. Patriots with the lead at the moment.
Tate Lindsay and Caleb Rector getting a lot of chest bumps and high fives from teammates, as they well deserve. Lindsay with the big 3 and Richter with the huge defensive play at the other end, and then chasing to the corner as not to give away an easy shot out there as Saganos chased it down.
Great that you could join us here tonight on SDPB3, South Dakota Public Broadcasting. Got an update on the other games there, Brad?
I do on the Class B. Still finishing up halftime in Class A. Just getting started. Not quite ready to get started. Still in the Class B for the third quarter, I should say. Still 33-27 at halftime.
Black Geddes had a big lead, but Ethan has closed that to just a 6-point deficit.
Yeah, they're handing out awards and different things at halftimes, and it's taking a little bit longer for both of them.
The Raiders and the Rough Riders waiting in the wings for their semifinal games as the fans getting some free basketball here at the Rushmore Plaza Civic Center. Steve Toom and Brad DeBeer, great that you could be with us tonight. This game has definitely lived up to the hype.
5-point lead for Sioux Falls Lincoln. We talked about the atmosphere being electric before this ever started. Now we're in overtime. You can really feel it in here now.
They get it into Stanley. He lost the handle. Saganos for 3. No, it went over the backboard, out of bounds to the Patriots.
They got the look they wanted. It was not real. It was a little bit unorthodox in how they got to it with the fall down by Stanley and the tip out. But boy, Saganos, a wide open look.
And now one would think the Warriors have to foul. They get it into Lindsay. He's fouled right away by Saganos as both guys tumble. For Saganos, that's just his third foul, and very little time ticks off the clock.
Tate Lindsay, 3 threes in the second half. Actually, 2 in the second half, 1 in the overtime. 3 of 4 at the free throw line. He'll get 2 more right here. This could ice it.
He's made all 4 of his free throws tonight. 5 points in overtime for the junior point guard. 16 points on the night.
Stone cold at the free throw line his last 3 times.
14 since halftime. Seven points in overtime for Tate Lindsay. Washington's got to be in a hurry, and they throw it away. A little too much of a hurry. One more timeout called by Washington. 41 seconds left. And the Patriot faithful can feel it. Still a little ways to go here, but they're up by 7.
Sioux Falls Lincoln, what a story. Come in 11-12 entering the state tournament. You said it though, they'd won what, 8 of their last 10?
Correct.
Coming into the postseason or into the state tournament, and wow, they have just come in confident. And when you come back against a team like they did yesterday in Huron, there's no telling what can happen now the rest of the way out.
Washington 3-1 in overtime games this year. They're hoping to make it 4-1, but they've got a lot of work to do in the final 41 seconds of this overtime game. I believe it was 1995 when Lincoln won the AA tournament. And I'm trying to remember if they were an 8 seed that year that not. They won in 2009 when they went unbeaten to the Lincoln Patriots.
These two teams you're talking about overtime. Lincoln 64-60, or excuse me, Washington a 64-62 double overtime win against Lincoln. And then the next night, 71-70 in triple overtime in the Pentagon Classic against Sioux Valley. Lost 58-56 to Marshall and won 62-60 to Central.
The ball stepped out of bounds, and it's going to Washington off the foot of Johnson, so that's the break the Warriors needed. 40 seconds exactly to go. They got to hit a quick shot. Well, I hate to say it, but yeah, you kind of have to have the 3 right now if you're Washington. You can get an easy 2, great, but got to look for the 3. Launch from the corner, no good. Long rebound, Dunn collects it, and he was fouled.
We're going to call the foul on Stanley on the rebound as Malik Dunn tried to reel it in. Stanley came through wrist to wrist. And that pretty much could do it with a free throw here. Would make, well, 2 keeps it a 3-possession game either way. That they got to be 3s then.
Dunn at the line, made his last free throw. He'll get 2. 4th foul on Stanley, by the way. I'll tell you what, Lincoln missed their first 3 free throw attempts. This overtime period, they've made every one since. 7 points for Dunn on the night. Make it 8. And it is a 9-point edge as Saganos misfires on the 3. Tipped and controlled by Rector. And we'll come down to the other end of the floor for some more free throws. Referee's talking to a couple of the players here, tell them to settle things down. Coach Hall sat there, talking to his assistant coaches.
With a smile on his face, hard to contain himself right now. He's trying to stay calm, but he knows his team's headed to the state championship game tomorrow night. Come in the 8th seed, and they're going to have an opportunity to be the state champs tomorrow night.
And he misses the free throw. Does Rector. First one the Patriots have missed in a while. Stanley a 3, no good. Tip to Kraus, 15 seconds left. And the Lincoln Patriots are going to dribble out the clock. This ball game is over, 67-57. The Patriots are heading for the championship game on Saturday night.